Hello and welcome to my channel. Today, I thought I'd try something a little bit different. So you know those polls I've been making of asking the viewers or my subscribers or anything who you think would win? Well, I just thought I would probably do a neat little thing. I will be going into which ones voted correctly and which ones didn't. So, let's begin. Alright, let's start with our first one. N Uzi versus Metal Sonic. Now this one seems about right. Metal Sonic obviously outspeeds and outstats in his base form. Now let's just move on to the next one. Now, for our next one, Mercurymon versus Metal Sonic. You know, this one honestly seems about right too. Mercurymon obviously outstats, like, even including his other forms, Sephirothmon and Black Seraphimon. Those are just pretty much overkill at that point. Anyways, let's just get to the next one. Alright, Lucemon versus Sunday. Well, obviously, Lucemon is able to just chuck a universe that's stronger than 7 Big Bangs, so, like, yeah. Anyways, on to the next one. Alright, Lord X versus Enerjack. I mean, it's Enerjack. What are you expecting? Anyways, I'm just gonna move on to the next one. This one seems just obvious. Alright, now we have Cherubimon versus Lord X. Well, no shit. Obviously, Cherubimon outstats and outscales by a lot. So, like, yeah, I, th- I thought that'd be obvious. You know, that's fair. Some people aren't familiar with Digimon, so I'll give you that. Yeah, that's kind of fair for the people who voted Lord X. Anyways, on to the next one. I mean, obviously. I'm honestly surprised at first when I first, like, dropped this poll that Ashley and Andrew had more votes. But, like, yeah, the batter just kind of stomps. Gonna be real, the best feats I've seen for Alistair get into at least mountain level. Devimon has good arguments to star to possibly galaxy level. This is honestly kind of a stomp. I don't know why anyone would vote Alistair. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Digital Hazard go burr. That's all I'm gonna say. If you know, you know. I'm gonna be honest, I'm surprised no one voted Alice. I'm gonna be real and honest and genuine. Yeah, the batter does curb stomp, like, really hard. But I honestly thought people would vote Alice. I'm gonna be real. Anyways, I'm just gonna move on to the next one. Okay, I can understand why this one was kinda mixed at first. But all I just have to say is Fortnite scaling go burr. Jonesy just kinda stomps in all possible ways. Anyways, on to the next one. Time God versus Force of Nature. Need I say more? Again, like Alice versus the Batter, surprised no one voted for Lucifer. But A, at least they're not wrong. At least they're not wrong. Yeah, this one's kind of a stomp. Even though Fleetway Supersonic is a version of Supersonic, he isn't like one of the strongest versions of Supersonic or anything like that. That Angulis Gamamon is just way, way out of his league. Anyways, on to the next one. It's Batman against Lloyd. Of course, he annihilates without prep time. This one, again, I'm surprised that no one voted for Thrag. But you know what? at least the people who voted weren't wrong. At least that's true. Just saying, even though this one was honestly pretty close depending on which version of Optimus Prime you're wanting to use, but let's just say we use a hypothetical soft composite. Optimus Prime is still kind of losing due to Omegamon still being a lot faster and being able to out-hacks him pretty easily. So yeah, Omegamon kind of takes this one. Honestly surprised no one voted for Madoka. But yes, Yggdrasil does win. Same with Chaos Gallantmon versus the End. Digital Hazard just kind of goes burr. Even without it, he just kind of, you know, stops. Anyways. No, like, genuinely. Who actually believes Springtrap wins this fight? I'm honestly surprised people actually voted for Springtrap. Pac-Man eats ghosts. He eats ghosts. I'm pretty sure that pretty much sums up his whole fight. Against the entire FNAF verse as a whole. Pac-Man literally one taps this guy. Anywho, besides that Springtrap glaze, this one's pretty accurate. Marcus does kind of one shot. I mean, he literally fucking punched Yggdrasil and killed Yggdrasil. Need I say more? He fucking killed God. Anyways, let's just go to the next one. No. Just no. Eggman's Empire outstats massively. Plus, the Top Hat clan have no resistances to if Eggman, Infinite, or the Heavy King just send them to null space. This one's just wrong. This one's just obvious and just needs no further elaboration. Eggman just kind of, you know, stomps hard. One taps the verse. Anyways. Again, just like with Springtrap, Eggman kind of obliterates. I mean, this one was pretty obvious. The Heavy King just kind of outstats, and Sans doesn't really have a way to resist anything the Heavy King can do, so yeah. Star level judge, street level puppet. No further elaboration. Seriously? Again with the Springtrap glaze? Where are these Springtrap glazers even coming from? Japhet stomps. Let's just move on to the next one. I mean, yeah, this one's pretty accurate. Golden Freddy can't really do anything to Clockmon anyways. Welp, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And hey, if I end up doing more polls, I might make a part 2. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you next time.